At 61, Melissa Gilbert finally spoke with striking honesty about her long-speculated relationship with her Little House on the Prairie co-star Melissa Sue Anderson, offering clarity that fans had wondered about for decades. She explained that being thrust into fame at such a young age created a complicated dynamic between them, one that the public never truly saw. "We were little girls living under enormous expectations," Gilbert said. "People looked at us as if we were these perfect children in a perfect frontier family. But in reality, we were just kids trying to navigate a job most adults couldn't handle." Her words revealed a truth often overlooked. Fame doesn't freeze friendships in time. It tests them. Gilbert described Anderson as quiet, self-contained, and intensely focused on her craft traits that Melissa didn't fully understand when they were young. Looking back now, she sees those qualities differently. Melissa Sue had a kind of stillness to her. She reflected. She approached acting with a seriousness and maturity that was rare in kids our age. At the time, I didn't recognize how admirable that was. She admitted that their contrasting personalities sometimes created distance, not because of animosity, but because they were simply wired differently. Contrary to decades of fan rumors, Gilbert made it clear there was never a feud or harsh conflict between them. Just the natural separation that happens when two young people grow up under the pressure of constant visibility. "It wasn't dramatic," she explained. "We didn't scream or fight. We just weren't the same type of kid. And when you're young, that can feel bigger than it really is." What outsiders interpreted as tension was often just childhood awkwardness, magnified by the bright lights of a hit television show. Gilbert said she chose to speak openly now because age had shifted her perspective. "When you've lived a little, you start to see things as they actually were, not through the insecurities you carried when you were young," she shared. "Back then, everything felt personal. Now, I realize we were just two children doing our best." Her comments carried no bitterness, only understanding. Time allowed her to see the full landscape of their shared past without the emotional fog of youth. She also wanted to correct the common assumption that on-screen sisters must also be lifelong best friends behind the scenes. "That's a lovely fantasy," she said. "But real relationships don't always mirror TV scripts. Friendship doesn't form automatically just because you work together. It grows based on personality, timing, and the space life gives you to know each other." Still, Gilbert emphasized that Anderson remains a meaningful part of her history. "We spent our most formative years together," she said. "Even if our relationship didn't become a lifelong sisterhood, there's a connection there that never under these times disappears." She spoke warmly of Anderson's talent, professionalism, and quiet determination, saying those qualities often pushed her to be better, even when she was too young to realize it. In the end, Gilbert's reflections weren't about settling old questions, they were about honoring the truth. Her words remind fans that childhood stardom is far more complex than nostalgia suggests, and that relationships forged in extraordinary circumstances don't fit neatly into the stories we imagine.